It is 8 a.m. right this very second that I talk to you. It is the 23rd of March. The show comes to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. The Eric Zane Show podcast might be now. This is the second day in a row that I've screwed this up. I'm going to do that all again. The Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
This is Sexy Voice Andrea, and you're listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Now with 50% less kidney. Still with 100% of the only organ that matters.
Can't say that.
I hope it was good for you.
Can't say that. Yeah, she's a handful. What an absolute riot. The one and only Sexy Voice Andrea, thank you so much. That's an on-time start. You know it's an on-time start. That's like the way we do it now. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures Monday through Friday. Welcome. The show has begun. Baldwin Ace Hardware, I can't thank them enough for being on board with this show. The kings of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. If you do head up north, and people are starting to venture back up north now, do drop by there if you are in and around the Manistee National Forest. Okay. So, that was, in fact, my plan to go up north, much further up north this weekend, but it's just too damn cold. Just too cold. So there's no way that is going to happen. I will be with you. That allows me to be able to go back to Captain Bizarro's. More on that coming up in just a bit. So, welcome in. This is show number, I am close to 550. I believe I'm either 549 or 550. I think it's 549. Hard to believe. So much podcasting has happened because, I'm just a washed up radio guy, guys. I was told that many, many times in the past 48, 72 hours. So there you go. Please, if you are watching the show as it is happening live, if you could share it, share the hell out of that thing. On Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. If you're watching Periscope video on Twitter, that is brought to you by Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for this show. If you could retweet that with a nasty comment about me, that would be fun. And then on YouTube, the almighty YouTube, brought to you by F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. F45training.com/Byron Center. Please like the video. Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification and the thumbs up. If everybody listening online or even later in the audio podcast did that, life would be fantastic. Thank you so much. And as always, the bread and butter, the audio podcast, downloadable wherever you download podcasts. It is very simple to find. All of this information is at ericzaneshow.com. The dogs are in here. Got Daisy over here snoring away. That is the English. The French. The Frenchie is Bruce. And then O'Neill is over here on the floor. Daisy snores like crazy. You cannot hear it, though, because the way the mics are set up. So, okay. There's another one in the other room. That would be Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, kind of antisocial. A little bit of anxiety on that dog. God knows what happened to him back in the day, but he's ours now. O'Neill is due for oh, my God, this is going to be expensive. You know how, like, the vet sent you a card, hey, your dog's due for this, and you're like, God, can't I just skip it? All these different vaccinations and stuff like that. And I'm not a crazy anti-vaxxer like Dirk. Just kidding. But so the dog needs his vaccinations. In fact, he's just, it's very, very important. Plus, O'Neill is one of these dogs that gets like a shot for, I think it's heartworm. It's like a once-a-year shot, but it's like super expensive. And I'm like, oh, God. So that's hitting. All right. More health news around the Eric Zane Show podcast household. our very own Madison, who just had those wisdom teeth pulled, who on this show I've said, oh, yeah, she's milking it. She's really not in that much pain. Well, she's been complaining about pain for quite some time. And so Diana took her back to the oral surgeon, and she has alveolar osteitis. What is that? You and I know it as dry socket, which just sounds horrible. Dry socket. They remove the tooth, and where the tooth was, there's a problem in the hole. It apparently, when she was puking on the side of the road the other day, I told you about that. They said that type of activity may have. This is good. This is horrible. This is, if you're eating right now, this is bad. I'm giving you a disclaimer. Or if you're listening to the audio podcast, bounce ahead if you don't like being grossed out. So after the tooth is pulled, it forms like a blood clot. That's important. It should stay that way and cover up the rest of the tissue at the bottom of where the tooth came out. You know, there's a nerve exposure. You want that clot there because then it kind of like heals up and then things kind of settle down and then over time, and then that's the end of that. Well, Madison, when she was throwing up all over the interstate, well, that came out. So that's a problem. So that was, and then when that happens, that hole is no longer bleeding, so that nerve is exposed, a real issue. So sure as shit, she had to go back in. They had to do some magic to it, and she has to go back there for several days where they do the same magic to almost like replicate what your body does. Isn't that amazing, though? Your body makes you heal like that. It bleeds in the hole to make like a bio Band-Aid on your frickin' socket. She didn't have that, obviously, because the blood clot comes flying out. So it exposes the underlying bone and the nerves. This sounds terrible. The main symptom, pain. Isn't that something Mr. T said? What do you predict? Pain. This may be accompanied by bad breath. Treatment includes pain relievers and flushing the area. Described as rare. Fewer than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. Well, Madison's, she's in rare company. So that was a big thing that Diane has to take her out there. And so, all right, we deal with that. No big deal. Yesterday, I'm on the track running. And by the way, there was some guy on there who, okay, this is what I do. When I get on the track, I immediately size up whoever is out there. Okay. And I take one look at this guy and I go, I'm going to blow by this guy. He just looked like he was running at a pace that I knew I could just light him up. But my fitness has been reduced to a level, and I don't realize it yet. At least I didn't prior to heading over to the track. I still got it. I still got it. Well, yesterday I didn't have it because this guy who had the weirdest running form I think I've ever seen, he actually would lean backwards when he's running. Imagine that. Most people lean forward to some degree when they run. He actually was tilted backwards. So every step he's like braking. And I'm like, how is he even moving at a reasonable pace? Had he leaned forward, he'd probably bust out a frickin' 4-minute mile or something like that. So he's trucking around the track, and then so I start running, and then the guy passes me, and I realize that I'm working very hard, and he's passing me like I'm standing still. And I'm like, holy shit, man, this guy. And he's busting out. I mean, he's an older guy. I don't think he was as old as me, but he was older. So, you know, he's busting out like 745, 750 miles with no break, okay? None. He's just ripping around the track nonstop. The whole time I was there, he didn't stop running once. Not once. I do a warm-up, which is slow. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't know. This guy, it looks like he's gonna kick my ass. So then after the warm-up, I'm standing there and I'm waiting for him to come around the track because I hate the idea that someone's chasing me, when they're like gaining on you. It's just like, it just gets me off my game. It's like living a freaking horror movie. I don't want anybody chasing me, So I wait for him to pass. And then I go, all right, let's do it. So then I hit my timer and my watch, off I go. And then I noticed, okay, now I'm like rested. I'm ready to do my first 1 mile repeat. And the point is you do this pretty hard, but not like red line. And so I get after it. And I noticed he's pulling away. So this is as fast as I'm going to be at the very, very start when I'm fresh. And right away, he's putting distance on me. I'm like, oh, shit, man. This is no good. So the good news is he's not going so fast that he's going to lap me in 1 mile. So I get done with that mile, and I barely am under 8 minutes. And I'm like, shit. So then I stop for 2 minutes. I'm like, he goes trucking by. I'm like, fuck you. And boom, started again. Same damn thing. And it's just a bad feeling. I think I don't know if it's just fat. It's just fat and being inconsistent in the training. And that drives me up a wall because I used to rattle these things off at like 6:25. No problem. Now it's a struggle to be at 7:45. Getting older, getting fatter, getting slower. It's terrible. I was out and about yesterday, and while I was at the track, I get a phone call from a friend of mine who wants to go to a meeting. So, and this is the person that I'm sponsoring. And so I go, yeah, that's a great idea. I got to bust out of here, and then I'll meet you there. And he goes, no, you got to pick me up. I go, okay, yeah. He goes, yeah, just pick me up. It's easier that way. Okay, great. He wants me to pick him up because, when you're recovering, especially early on in your recovery, some people who've been through the ringer with you are like, okay, yeah, is he telling the truth? Is he lying? What's going on? It's like that. And this dude lives with his mom. And if he's with me, I know her very well. She is very much at ease, and he doesn't want to put her at ease in any way, shape, or form. So this is very good because I'm like, well, this is awesome. You're thinking about others. I love that. Okay, yes, of course I'll come pick you up. Sorry, I suggested otherwise. Pick him up. We're kind of in a hurry. We get to the meeting, and I'm not going to really give you any details of the meeting, other than that while I'm there, there's a new face. It's a young lady. Okay, hello, how are you? Be sweet to these people, and everybody's got shit to talk about. The one thing that I will share for this story is that this young lady, is very concerned because today she is going to be in front of a judge, and that's going to ultimately she's going to go to jail and for various things. And afterwards, I go up and I go, hey, and this is going to be extended time, like a year. I go, do you have like a network of people who are going to be able to interact with you? I mean, this is tough in recovery to go to jail. And she goes, will you come visit me? She's like super forward. And so, when the hand reaches out, you reach back. So what does Eric say? I go, well, yeah, sure. So that happens, and I get the name. I got some details, and I'm like, well, let's see where this goes. So the guy that I came to the meeting with, he's standing there just watching all this unfold, and she borrows somebody's phone because she doesn't have a phone, and her ride is coming to get her, and the person she's calling is it's kind of far away, and in the phone call, this young lady says, well, they're getting ready to close the building and I'm going to be outside. And she goes, well, you can wait. You can wait out there. Now, I'm under the impression that the person on the other end of the phone is a lot like anyone who is with a person who's addicted to anything. Frustrated, been through the ringer, probably been lied to a bunch, and, is doing this, but is usually pretty pissed off. That's the way it goes, okay? In fact, the dude I'm sponsoring, that's the way his mom is. It's just, you want to, it's going to take some time to build that trust back. That's a very, very common thing. So that's the impression I got from the person on the phone. So this young lady, she's like, she's got to be outside of the doors of this place, waiting outside. It's dark, and this is not a good neighborhood. And I go, don't worry about it. We'll wait here we'll wait outside with you until the ride gets there. Okay, now remember I said she's like way forward. Okay, all right. Well, so it's me, dude, and her. Everybody else is gone. And dude is smoking a cigarette that he borrowed from somebody. Well, somebody gave him a cigarette. He didn't have any, so he gets a cigarette, and he's smoking a cigarette. And she goes, can I have a cigarette? And he goes, somebody just gave this to me. I don't have any either. And she goes, oh. And then she looks at me. She goes, can we go sit in your car? And I'm like, She goes, yeah, I'm cold. I'm going to go sit in the car. I go, okay. All right, yeah. I guess just talk about recovery and, and I'm a couple of alarms are going off at this point. So it's me and dude and this young lady. We're in the car, and she's in the back seat, and me and dude are in the front seat. She goes, can we go get a hamburger? So I'm like, yeah. Well, you got to call your ride and tell them what's up. So right there, I'm like just getting, oh, Jesus, what is going on here, She's hungry, though. I go, yes, of course. She calls whoever this person is. And it's on speaker. And the problem was the young lady says, yeah, we're at McDonald's, so I'm going to have you pick me up at McDonald's. And the lady says, well, I know where you are. Which one? Because there's two nearby. And then the young lady says, there's two? I didn't know there's two. And the girl on the other line, on the other end of the phone says, well, I thought you said you were at McDonald's. You would know where you are. Are you bullshit me? This is bullshit. This is all bullshit. She assumes the worst, which is what people who are along for the ride in these scenarios do, because like I said, they've been put through the ringer. So I'm like, oh shit. And it's on my phone. Okay. It's on my phone because she doesn't have a phone. And I go, here, give me the phone. And I go, hello. I get the lady's name. I go, my name is Eric. I was at the meeting with, and she gets the idea right away that I'm not a fucking idiot. So I calm this lady down on the other end of the phone. I go, we weren't in the parking lot. We are on the way, and I will meet you there. And so that's it. And this lady's like, okay, all right, I'm getting off the interstate. I go, you're not far behind us. I will meet you there. Sure enough, man. Now, at this point, I'm driving. At this point, I'm like, just get you through the line, get you your food. You can jump in the car of this lady who's coming to get you, who's taking care of you for a little while longer till you have to go to freaking jail for a year. Holy shit. We go into McDonald's. The fucking McDonald's is closed. What McDonald's is closed? It's completely closed down. They're like cleaning it or something like that. I don't know, changing the oil in the freaking fry vats or who knows, but this McDonald's is closed. And she goes, okay, let's go to the other McDonald's. And she's like real abrupt and aggressive. And I go, okay, well, there's a Burger King right there. She goes, okay, Burger King. So now I got to call this lady back up. And she's already annoyed. Hello. I go, hey, it's Eric again, the one who's with so-and-so. And McDonald's, believe it or not, is closed. We're going to go up to the Burger King right down the road. I will talk to you there. Oh, okay. She's like, holy shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? Now, dude is sitting next to me, and all he's worried about is a Michigan game, and he's going, yes, because Michigan's winning, you know? And I'm like, are you getting this? This is an incredible thing that's happening to us. This is just a complete comedy of errors. This is not even close to being done. I pull into the Burger King, okay? We pull up to the squawker, little speaker there. And I go, what do you want? She goes, I don't know. What do they have? And I'm like, read. You can read. Now, this young lady, I would describe her as a little hefty. Okay. You know, maybe just might have a food addiction at some point. That might come out. It just appeared that way. She's a little porky. No big deal. Just a little plump. She's fatter than shit. Okay, she's huge. And she goes, okay, I'll take a bacon cheeseburger. And I go, okay, yeah, bacon cheeseburger. Oh, wait, I left one key part of the story out. We pull up there, and then she goes, can I get anything? And I'm like, wait a minute. You're on letter E of the conversation. I'm still on A, where you said, can you take me to McDonald's so I can get a cheeseburger? I didn't realize I'm buying. So I'm like, holy shit. I go, okay, this is your going away present for this lady. Let's just get this fucking out of the way. I go, yeah, get whatever you want. Of course. Yes. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to tell the audience about this. This is a trade-off. I'll buy you dinner, but I'm going to take your details, and I'm going to give them out on the podcast. I'm not going to use your name. I got your name because I'm supposed to go see you when you're in jail. Yes. Oh, her eyes. I remember, this is not a slight little thing. She is not teeny weeny. The car's listing. Bacon double. Hold the ketchup. Chicken sandwich. I am not making it up. Fries and a shake. Can I get a shake? I go, of course you can get a shake. You can get a shake. Get that shake. Get that fucking shake. Vanilla shake. I go, all right. Did you hear all that? Yeah, we heard it. And then I realized I realized dude sitting next to me. I go, are you hungry, man? And he goes, hey, let me call my mom. Oh, fuck. Mom, are you making dinner? No? Okay, thanks. All right, I'm in. All right, get whatever you want, fucker. I'll take a number 4. All right, no, number 4. Dr. Pepper. Okay, that'll be $21. Ah, shit. Look at my wallet. My card is dead. Remember I told you that bastard tried to rip me off last week on what do you call it? Identity theft and charge some crazy fucker in Colombia. I have no card, so I had to put it on a credit card. I here you go. Here's a Visa. God, which I never use a credit card. It wouldn't have surprised me at all if I never used this credit card, if suddenly they like fraud protection on me and say, wait a minute, are you at a friggin' Burger King in the middle of the friggin' ghetto? Yeah, that's me. Okay. It took forever to get the food. There's a line of people behind us. Everybody's getting pissed. And they forget the fries. So this takes forever. So we finally get the food. I give this behemoth the food, and then we start having a conversation. I go, now, look, you're going to have a lot of time to work on recovery when you're in there. And, I mean, I've never been in there, but I know people who have, if they're in the joint for the extended amount of time. You're going to have access to drugs at some point. You're going to have access to keep your head down. Don't try not to try to behave, try to do all the right things, use this time to your advantage, somehow figure something out, and then it'll push you through to the other side. And then she goes, and then we get into the point of the conversation when I'm like, so how long have you been clean? And then me and dude look at each other when she goes, oh, I'm not. I'm high right now. What? What? I go, on what? She goes, crack? I go, what the fuck? Are you serious? And she goes, oh, yeah. It's medicinal for me. Yeah, that's right. Medicinal crack. Holy fuck. At this point, Ride shows up, and I'm like, okay, hey, here she is. Fucking fall out of the vehicle. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. Off she goes with the food, and I'm like, good luck to you. I don't even know where to begin about what to do on this. But I tell you what, this one pushed me to the brink. Oh. What? And then all the while, Diana's like, where are you? Where are you? And, she's starting to freak out. So I send her a text. I go, I do voice to text. I go, I'll talk to you in a bit. There's a lot going on right now. And I'm driving. I'm like, all this chaos is going on. I'm like, holy shit, the things I get myself into. No good deed goes unpunished, right? Isn't that the saying? Holy shit. Oh. I silver lining did, and I was like, oh, well, maybe this act of kindness will help her understand that there has to be a point when you stop behaving like this. You have got to stop. Holy shit. I felt so bad, but I was like, man, what the fuck is going on here? Oh. Coming up, we've got an update on NFL star Deshaun Watson, who... This is the guy who's the quarterback for the Houston Texans, and I don't even know if he's going to be there this next football season. He is apparently in an off-season numbers race with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. I talked about this last week, but there's another layer to this now. He's in a race with Cuomo for number of sex assault victims / harassment victims. All right. Also, a lesser-known athlete, someone none of us have heard of in the game of baseball, is in some hot water over some poor decision-making. Speaking of poor decision, this is what this show is based on today. Poor decision-making. A near catastrophe at a spring training baseball game that turns out to be a great moment caught in a photograph. Everybody's laughing this one off, but the devil's in the details in this photograph here. I'll tell you about it, and you'll be able to see it at inthenewsofericsainshow.com, right on the homepage. Get to that. Another game / toy is getting a makeover. That is going to piss you off. This one really annoyed the shit out of me. Because now it's like, I think that, and I'll save it for when I talk about it. I don't want to give it away now. I've got an email of the day brought to you by Forever Law in West Michigan. The NFK is back. He is defying social norms once again. It's like he's stuck in 1984. It's like he stopped progressing and then the years kept getting on, and he's still stuck in a time. There's just so many things socially that affect him. What with all of the examples of not understanding personal space. You're just standing too close. I don't need kisses every time I do something for you. You do not need to shower my face in black teeth kisses, for God's sake. Enough with the fucking kisses. I get it. Holy shit. Don't shower me in kisses, just shower. That's my reward. Don't shower me with kisses, just occasionally shower. That's all I'm looking for. I have Dear Meathead on the show tomorrow. If you have a question for my dad, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. I want to hear from you for my conversation with now 87, as of last week, years old, my father. I'll also post for that on Facebook a little later on, and you can leave your question in the comments if you want. Yesterday at this time, I didn't yet have this set in stone, but it is set in stone now. We are going back to Captain Bizarro's Treasure World on Leonard in Grand Rapids on Saturday at 10 a.m. for another Zaniac Captain Bizarro makeover. We're going to continue on getting this dude's store in order. His grand reopening is not this Thursday, but next Thursday. That's April 1st. So we're going to be there, 10 a.m. Terry already volunteered food. He said, I'll buy lunch this time. It's like, you're so sweet. If you want to be there, I will be there. A number of the Zaniacs, a lot of the crew that was there last week. I haven't got confirmation on any of this. What? I got a lot of people that are like, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. So if you could let me know, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, that you are coming, just so I can get a head count, that would be awesome. Bring your mask. We're going to help get this guy's store set up. That's it's a big donation. It's a donation of love, the best type of donation, because anybody can throw money at anything, honestly. And that's fine. That's all very, very good. But to me, it's the time and the talent donation. Those are the ones that really, really go the extra mile, because not only is the store being transformed to what it should look like as almost like a nostalgic museum of retail awesomeness from years gone by, but you have a person, Bizarro, who has been through the ringer and doesn't have the biggest network of people to support him, and suddenly strangers show up. Think about somebody in your life who would have that suddenly happen, where this outpouring of people and support, that goes a long way for somebody like the Bizarros of the world, who just need a little extra, like, hey, buddy, we're all in this together type of feel. And his eyes lighting up this past weekend as, just all this help. Man, this guy was just so incredibly grateful. Jason Mays and Trish Mays put it best when they said just seeing his eyes light up with every minute that passed of helping him set up his store. So, because quite literally, he's got absolute piles of awesomeness, very, very cool stuff to shop for. It's just not organized in any way, and the store needs to be thoroughly cleaned. That's what we did for about a quarter of the store this past Saturday. And it's not the easiest job in the world, because nothing's getting thrown out, okay? It all has to be kind of moved, then you clean, then you organize, then you set it back up, and you're moving display cases. It's a friggin' pain in the ass, but we all seem to like it, and everybody had a great time. And there was a lot of camaraderie shared. And, we're all like pretty tight now. We're all friends. I know everybody's name who was there. I knew them all to begin with, but we had some new faces. Chris D showed up, Paul Forrester. But the rest of you I've all seen in many other places over time as we've worked together. So if you want in, reach out to me, and then I can add that to the head count, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. All right. The open of the show and the live streams brought to you by the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. If you need a mortgage, that's who you call upon. Does not matter where you are in the United States. Reach out to Mario, okay? The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Please tell him that I sent you. Doesn't matter if your credit is impeccable or a little wonky. He can help you. And he can help you navigate anything at all. Make sure you get pre-approved for your mortgage before you even begin looking for a home. This is in an effort to get you, you don't need to be paying rent to anybody. And I don't care if you're young or old or credit is not so good or credit is great. Reach out to Mario, 231-332-6505, NMLS number 3035. I'll give you his email too, just in case, because sometimes his voicemail is like full. You can always reach out to Mario as well. M Flores, Flores, M Flores at VanDykMortgage.com, and that's VanDykMortgage.com. Thank you to Mario. F45 in Byron Center, man. I just posted that video yesterday with commentary. I basically do the workout. Princess of the Forest, Jackie records it. I edit together a video of me doing my exercises. I put the video together, and then I do a breakdown commentary of it. It's fun. You can get an idea of what the hell happens at F45 in Byron Center if you check out that video on my social media. If you want to try it out for yourself, you got 1 week free. F as in Frank, the number 4, the number 5, F45training.com/Byron Center. Try it out for a week. It's awesome. You're going to get in shape. You're going to be working out. You're going to be meeting new people, and it's completely safe, COVID-free, 0 cases, 0 contact tracing needed. They are awesome, and you can check them out online, F45training.com/Byron Center. I realize it's a bad time to talk about guns. I am not trying to shy away from the horrible story about gun violence. Well, I don't want to say gun violence. I'm not that guy to say gun violence. I'm the guy to just say violence. When crazy fuckers shot up the place in Colorado. But, as it would stand, there is still plenty of amazingly law-abiding gun owners in the United States. I have never once thought that the problem is so easily fixed that it just goes, all right, we must ban guns and then violence will stop. If it were only that simple, which I don't think it is. But that horrible tragedy is not lost on me. It is weighing on my mind right now. I am still trying to process it. I do want to also say hello to my friends over at A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Reach out to Joe Martinez if you need anything service for your air conditioning, for your furnace setup. We're still keeping the furnace on. 616-516-8579 for Joe Martinez at A&E Heating and Cooling. You can also use him for I almost said you can also do him. You can use him for an after-hours service call. Might cost you a little bit more, but he's going to get the furnace back on for you. Specializing in utilizing the Comfort Maker brand of air conditioners and furnaces. Hey, folks, when we were doing the show the other day, I tried the share screen option, and I guess it didn't work. Isn't that right? So I thought it was supposed to go I click on, okay, so let's see. If I click on that and it says share, are you telling me you are not seeing this now? Oh, I see. Now you see it. I know what I did now. All right. You're now seeing my screen. Man, I screwed that up the other day. The other day, I went and posted like 2 things on here to share screen and was trying to share that with you. And then I went back and looked at the comments. Eric, you got to go back and check in the comments. And I realized that it did not share. But I just figured it out. And then when I went back and read it, I was like, what is going on here? How it's supposed to work and it's not working. Okay, I think I figured it out. Awesome. That's one more fun thing we can do. The share screen option is fun. Okay, I've got Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia today. Dale is going to be taking on Bobby out of Indiana. Sweet, very sweet and kind, lovely lady, Bobby. That's not Bobby like a dude. I think she's a B-O-B-B-I, not a B-O-B-B-Y. All right? Bobby and Dale are playing trivia at 10:30. My time, 9:30 her time. So that is coming up on Patreon. Looking forward to that. All right, here. See what's going on in the live stream. Got a lot of people checking in. I have no idea what's happening. Shelly says, yep, it worked. Now you got it, Eric, says Dirk. Share screen, looking good. Okay. All right. Just going over some of your comments. Let's see. Medicinal crack, Kate laughs. I'm getting a lot of laughs on the story about the young lady that I took through the drive-thru. There's a couple other details there that, Kate says, unbelievably manipulative. Yes, and we were falling for it. Yeah, I will get you the food, sure. All you jackasses. Mitchell saying, hey, Eric, I want to go to a meeting and get a hamburger too. Kate says 28% interest rate for the BK order. My God. Nick says, that's a good-hearted sucker. That's good-hearted sucker to you, good sir. I think he meant to say something else. Might have left a word out there. Thank you, Paul. He says, I'm a good guy. Eric Zane equals sucker. Parentheses, good-hearted, but still, I'm a sucker. Nick says, saw this coming. The story's been a shit show thus far, so of course you're paying. When I told this story to Diana, she said, good thing you had the guy you're sponsoring with you. And I go, why? What are you talking about? And she goes, this is the type of thing that happens to people when they get accused of terrible things that they don't really do. I go, what? And she goes, my concern would be if you did not have the guy you're sponsoring with you, you would have continued to go through with this. And then it would have been you and her in the car alone. And then the next thing you know, you're in big trouble. And I go, well, yeah. I didn't think of that. And she goes, no, you didn't think of that because you're too busy trying to save the world. And I go, oh, so are you telling me? And she goes, absolutely, I'm telling you. And then she said, I'm guessing that when she realized that there was another dude going to be with you, that she says, I'm of the belief that the manipulation would have gone so far that she was frustrated that there was another dude with you, and she wasn't aware of it. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even begin to think like that. Oh, man. And it seems like everybody's like, yeah, we all knew that too, idiot. All right. Whatever. I'm out $21, 28% interest on a bunch of hamburgers. All right. If you have any other emails of the day, I do have one ready to go today, but if you have something else that you want to add, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Adam says Diana's right. Would have been bad form. Can you imagine, though, if, she would have lucked out. Let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, the lady that I was in the car with yesterday, who I didn't know, suddenly did do that. And then, she would be hitting the jackpot because, believe it or not, I am a public figure, and that the news would take that and run with it. I have said on the show so many times that whenever anybody gets accused of something like Deshaun Watson here and Cuomo, I believe that those two are guilty. So, Kenny says, was she cute? No, not at all. If that came out about your old pal Eric, that would be fucking terrible. I would have to be like, well, I know no one's going to believe me, but you got to believe me. And everyone's going to, yeah, whatever, fuck you. Holy shit, I got to be more careful. Kate says, quote, local kidney donor accused of attacking woman at BK. Now, you know what got attacked was that bacon double. That got attacked. All right. Boy, she crushed the food. Just crushed it. Okay, so Monopoly is changing. And look, this is brilliant on their part. Okay? Honestly, when was the last time you played a game of Monopoly? Who actually, first of all, I have never, ever played a game of Monopoly to the very end. Okay? Oh, hold on a second here. There it is. I have never once played a game of Monopoly to the end. And because it takes too damn long. You know, if it's for someone with ADHD, you know, you just can't. I cannot. I just can't handle it. So who the fuck plays a whole game of Monopoly? Are you a house rules? Are you like you know, like when you can play house rules and you could take some money and put it into the middle of the board, the pot, and then when you land on free parking, which is supposed to be just a dead space, you get that money. I love that. That quickens the game. There's got to be a way to take that game and make it like a 5-minute game. So, you know, nowadays, if you really want your shitty game or your shitty toy to get a boost in sales, all you do is act woke. That's what Mr. Potato Head did. Okay? And I don't give a shit what they call it. I don't give a shit if they're trying to be inclusive or the fact of the matter is Mr. Potato Head is a shitty toy. And the only way they were able to boost their sales was by getting in front of everybody. And with this stupid story about how they're dropping the Mr. and the Mrs. The toy is now just called Potato Head. And the one is a dude and the one is a chick. And so that's that, which is just, I mean, no one, they're not doing that. The Potato Head Hasbro line is not doing that because they give a shit about people. They don't. They just don't give a shit. They're just doing that so that everybody could talk about it, so that more people would buy the stupid toy. And then as it goes, you know, people buy the stupid toy, and then all of a sudden they realize it's a stupid toy. The kid plays with it for 3 minutes, throws it in the garbage, and then that's the end of it. And you're done. Okay? We have at our house shit on the shelves that has never been opened. My kids, for some reason, you'd buy them toys and they would never even play with them. If it wasn't a video game, it just stays in the packaging. My house looks like a fucking Toys R Us. I will say, though, that we did, when they were very young, play with some old school toys that they actually did like, okay? But as they got older and started playing video games, they're like, fuck you, Dad. We would rather not spend time with you, and we would rather play video games. So if you think for a second that your kids are going to choose you playing Ants in the Pants or Don't Break the Ice over playing a video game like freaking Grand Theft Auto, where you can just go up and kill people and shoot them in the back of the head. Sorry, bad timing on this joke. Well, then you're crazy. They do not want to do that. They would much rather play those terrible video games. Don't think that you can keep their attention. You can't. We used to use the Easy Bake Oven, which I freaking love that thing. Before my kids got warped by video games, we used to use the Easy Bake Oven. By the way, Bizarro has an Easy Bake microwave. Did you ever know that there was an Easy Bake microwave? They tried to upgrade back in the day. Bizarro has a freaking intact Easy Bake microwave. Just put the light bulb in, you mix up the pie batter, you put it in the tin, you slide it into the thing, the light bulb cooks it. It's completely cooked all the way through on one side, and the other side of it, further away from the light bulb, is like, you know, complete batter. It's not even solidified in any way, shape, or form. You can like drink and eat it at this. Here, drink your cake. We used to use Easy Bake. You got to turn that thing while it's in there. My kids loved that. And then they hit an age where it was all about video games and masturbating. We don't want anything to do with you, Dad. We're just playing some video games, and then we're going to go masturbate. It's a terrible thing to say. God. Jacqueline, don't ever bring this shit up to me. I don't even want to hear it. She listens regularly now. Before I continue with this story, there was a moment that really pissed me off. We're playing a game the other day. Some card game called You Think You Know Me. And you got a stack of cards with questions on them. And you're talking about the person to your right. So Diana is reading the questions and about Jackie. And so has, fill in the blank, has Jackie drank from the milk jug in the past month? And then everybody puts down a yes card or a no card, but you don't see it. It's face down. Eventually, you flip them. Jackie gives the answer, and then whoever matches the most with her, kind of like Bet on Ben, gets the point. So, has blank Jackie drank from the milk jug in the past month? Everybody puts down either a yes or a no. You do this 5 times. And then Diana pulls up a question. And then she looks at it, and she knows it's going to make me uncomfortable. And she goes, oh, I can't do that one. So she's on board with keeping me from being uncomfortable. Jackie goes, let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Like, oh, no. And I go, seriously, Diane, don't do it. It's going to upset me. And she goes, she gives in and tells Jackie, it was, has Jackie had sex in the last week? And she goes, ha! And I'm like, don't do it. And Justin slams down a no, face up. No. And I'm like, good answer, fucker. I'd kick your ass right here. Shut the fuck up. You don't say another word. And I go, Jacqueline, shut up. I don't want to hear it. No, stop. Seriously, I will walk the fuck out. I don't want to discuss it. It doesn't happen. No, shut up. And she is just, oh my God. She wanted to say, and I'm like, Jackie, seriously, I cannot handle this shit. I am not even kidding. Oh God. And all the while I'm thinking, everybody's going to love this story except me. They're all going to laugh. They're all going to laugh. They're going to want Jackie to amp up the game. You sick bastards fucking with me all the time about this shit. Just stop it. I don't want anything to do with this. Oh. Like, I'm not playing this game anymore. Forget it. All right. Back to frickin' Monopoly. I think I think this is the same company, Hasbro. Wait a minute. Didn't Milton Bradley make Monopoly? Does Hasbro make Mr. Potato Head? Yes, they do. Does Hasbro make Monopoly? Yes. Okay, now I've found the snake in the grass. Hasbro has figured out that they can get a boost in sales if they make every one of their stupid fucking games woke. Now, I don't care if a game goes woke. I really don't. But don't take something and say it's woke and it's not. Okay? You're just doing a makeover to the game and surrounding it with a fake story to try to sell more games. Okay? I'm just going to read directly from this. First of all, the tweet Hasbro wrote. Yep, you read that right. This is just like the Potato Head thing. The Monopoly game is changing, and you, all caps, get to be a part of it. Help us add a little community to the community chest by voting for your favorite new cards now. They said, Hasbro's Eric Nyman said, we felt like 2021 was the perfect time to give fans the chance. First of all, there's no fans of Monopoly. It's just bored fucking idiots who've got nothing better to do while the power's out. And then everybody gets shit-faced. Somebody flips the fucking board. The money goes flying. The tokens go flying. The hotels and the houses go everywhere. Give fans the opportunity to show the world what community means to them through voting on our new community chess cards. Okay, so you're going around the board. You land on community chess. You take a card. It tells you to pay taxes. It tells you to go to advance to go. Chance cards, community chess cards. Some fucking idiot said it's a great idea if we really make the community chess card about our community. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're really excited to see what the new cards get voted in. Okay, now you understand here. Oh, hold on a second. It says you can help decide which new cards should head into the game's community chest by voting on the Monopoly website. We are encouraging people to vote on cards that help reflect what a community means in their real lives. Okay, you realize that the object of this game is to fuck your opponents. Okay, you are a landlord trying to establish a monopoly and bankrupt the other assholes that you're playing against. Okay, it's a vicious, brutal game where if you are bankrupt and destitute and probably going to hang yourself because you lost all your money, you're the winner. So why the fuck would you give a shit about what the community chest cards are all about? Oh, my God. Let's see. The games community chess cards getting a makeover. The Hasbro toy company said in a statement, out are the outdated cards about beauty pageants and life insurance. Why is life insurance outdated? I don't understand that. Do people not buy life insurance nowadays? You're foolish if you don't. Who gives a shit about beauty pageants? It was a card where Mr. Money, whatever his face with the top hat, had like the sash around him. And he's like, you want a beauty pageant, you get $10. So they're getting rid of the beauty pageant card. That's the difference. So they're getting rid of beauty pageants and life insurance. And in our cards with topics focused on inclusivity and helping others. Oh, all right, great. You pick up the card. Black Lives Matter protest. Replace broken windows. Pay $50. Fuck you. Storm the Capitol. Go to jail. Pay $100. That's inclusive. How about that? You want to rip it from the headlines, you assholes? What a crock of shit. All 16 cards are getting a refresh, Hasbro said, with Monopoly fans getting to vote on which new cards make the cut. So fans aren't there. First, there's no fans of Monopoly. No one gives a shit, and all that people are voting on is the woke shit that you're coming up with. So fuck you. This whole thing sucks. My God. The company said, in addition to the card redo, it plans to host its first Monopoly Charity Classic with a chance to win a $350,000 community chess fund, whatever. 4 celebrities will compete. They're all going to be pissed off. The game sucks. Fuck you, Monopoly. This is what happens when your sales are in the shitter, when nobody gives a shit. They've tried to do a Monopoly game for everything under the sun, Lord of the Rings Monopoly, whatever TV show that's hot, Monopoly, whatever town. Every town has a Monopoly game in America. My God. I wonder what the frickin' Jackson, Mississippi Monopoly game looks like. Yeah, I bet you that one's woke. My God. What an absolute shit show. Over a stupid game. All right. There's a picture you must see. It is taken from a baseball game, and I don't have it in front of me, so bear with me. Hold on. Thank you to Bleeding Heart Brian for sending this along. Major League Baseball player ripped a foul ball in the spring training game the other day. Tempe, Arizona. The A's taking on the Angels Saturday. The catcher of the A's hit the ball, and it was a screamer headed toward the stands. In an unbelievable image, some guy with a camera is tracking the ball quickly and just starts hitting his freaking camera shutter as quickly as possible, probably on automatic, so probably took like 500 pictures. The picture you see on what I'll post is the ball hitting dude's beer can. Okay? And it because it hit the beer can, it didn't hit the guy. Now, he's like covering up his body. He's watching the gameplay like a good fan should. If you are, first of all, at a ball game, it's remarkable to me, by the way, that after that kid got killed, not killed, but there was a kid badly hurt. A little girl got hit in the head, and I think she's still a mess. And I think there was also a hockey got it right on the in the ends. There was a kid at a Columbus Blue Jackets game got hit in the head with a puck. She passed. Hockey has netting all the way around the ends. There's really no way to get injured in a hockey game. If it flies out on the side there, it's less chance of hitting anybody. It's not going to be so much of a powerful shot because the slappers are letting them go in the ends, you know. Puck gets deflected, goes into the stands, kills a kid. Baseball, same thing. Hits a kid in the head. Kid is in bad shape. I think it was the Houston Astros. Since then, baseball put up all these nets, but not all the way. Okay? And I've been always like, for the longest time, I'm like, well, put the nets all the way down. Why would you not? Because you know why? You know why people get killed at baseball games or get hurt? Cell phones. Baseball is a fucking bore. Of course, people look at their cell phones in baseball games. And when they're not looking at the baseball game, they're in danger. I don't give a shit where you are. This guy is not looking at his cell phone. He's got his Michelob Ultra, which, by the way, is like a low-calorie, like 100-carb, 90-carb beer. And you should see the tits on this guy. He's holding the beer. He's got his hand up. The ball hits the can, and the picture was taken at that exact moment that the ball is suspended in the air. It is denting the can in the image. Okay? They ended up giving this guy a baseball bat. He's happy. He's content. It's all good. Nobody gets hurt. So there you go. But they also bought him 4 beers. And they gave him and the bat was an autographed Mike Trout bat, one of the best players in the game. There's another lady 2 people down who's also covering up. She's scared shitless. However, the last part of this is the woman in the middle, which it's kind of like not even addressed in the story because they're only talking about this guy who's the ball hit the beer and then he gets a baseball bat. The lady in the middle has no idea what's happening. It all happened so fast. And so 8 inches over is this lady. And, well, maybe a foot and a half. It could have very easily have crushed her skull because she's staring into her phone. She has no idea what has just happened. It happened too fast. What the fuck? Why would you, if you're in the zone there, not be looking at gameplay at a baseball game? I mean, I understand it. First of all, I can't believe that baseball doesn't have nets everywhere. I've never been able to understand that. There's a lot of things I don't understand about sports. I don't understand why they don't have nets there. I don't understand why anybody fucking goes there because it's so fucking boring. And I mean, I think that, you know, I would do the same thing. Look at the phone, but you can't because you're going to get hit by a foul ball. Son of a bitch. I've never understood why the pitcher doesn't wear a helmet with a face mask. You know, the pitching helmet. I've talked to you about the pitching helmet. I've talked about hockey. How come hockey players don't wear a full cage? And I've talked to many hockey players that go, because you look ridiculous. I go, well, you're a fucking idiot. Why the fuck don't you wear a neck guard? You can get a skate to the neck and do a Clint Malarchuk. You don't want to do that. It looks stupid. It's uncomfortable. I go, well, yeah, you're going to be uncomfortable when you're bleeding out on the ice, you fucking idiot. Sports are stupid. I'm in a bad mood now that I realize that I almost got charged with rape. I wonder what raise your hand if you think I was being set up. Raise your hand if you think I was being set up on that story. The whole deal about the girl. I need a virtual hand raise if you think I was this close to having something terrible happen. Joey says, I think Eric needs to start a woke jar. Every time he says woke, he has to put $1 in. End of the year, he donates that to some woke charity in Grand Rapids. LOL. No, I can't be aware of it. You guys do it. I can't do I say it too much? I can do that for swearing. Swear jar would be good. Dirk, big NHL fan. How about those Sabres this year? How is it you root for Tampa? I thought you were from Buffalo. Do you root for? Are you one of those nerds who roots for two teams somehow? Are you a bandwagon rider? Is that what that is? Is that what's going on, Dirk? I mean, the Sabres are your team, and they're like the shittiest team in the NHL this year. You can't root for two. Pick one. It's like people say, yeah, man, I root for the Packers and the Lions. It's like, you asshole. You can't do that, you dick. If you root for the Lions, you intrinsically hate the Packers. You don't like two teams. Screw off. Dirk says, I wish the NHL would mandate those nets be white so they blend in with the ice. Nashville's netting is black, and it's distracting to look through. Well, if you're simple. Come on. Born and raised in Buffalo, lived in Tampa when they came into the league, rooted for them unless they play the Sabres. That's dumb. So stupid. All right. So that's an amazing photograph. I will link that up and you can check it out. Okay. Thanks again to my friends at Gift of Life, Michigan. If you go to ericzaneshow.com, click on the Gift of Life logo, and please, if you would, fill out your organ donation form that is there. Let me check that out for a second. Look at that myself. I could do share screen because I know how to do that now. Uh-huh. See? This is how you do it. That's what it looks like. Okay. You see, it says here, giftoflifemichigan.org/become-donor. And then at the end of it, it says my name. This is mine. You click here where it says become a donor. Look at this. First of all, look at these stats. What one donor can do. 8 life-saving organs, tissue and corneas that can improve 75 lives. You get this little schematic here of the dude. Intestines. Who's ever heard of an intestine transplant? I had no idea. Kidneys, of course, heart, corneas, lungs, liver, pancreas, tissues. If you happen to be this is going to happen to all of us. So get registered, become a donor. And if something happens, lives will be saved because of you. That's incredible. So go there and click on become a donor. Registering is simple, takes less than a minute. Answer the 2 questions below. You'll either be redirected to the Secretary of State website or you'll be asked to fill out a form on this page. If you don't have a state ID, it says if you have a Michigan ID and you are not redirected automatically, please click the link to visit the Secretary of State website. You can do this in your respective state as well. Obviously, this is for the state of Michigan. Where did you hear about organ donation? Let's see. Let's see if there's a choice. It says Eric Zane. Radio, no. Social media. I guess you could put social media down. Or other. I might fall under the other category. Well, anyway, thank you so much. Doesn't cost you anything. You can't take it with you. So it would be a tremendous service if you donated the gift of life. Okay? Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. So that is an incredible thing. Thank you. Gift of Life Michigan. They are awesome. You can get more information when you go to ericzaneshow.com and click on the Gift of Life logo. If you have a business that wants to be featured on the podcast, it's real simple. Just reach out to me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. We can do that, and I can tell you all about it. It doesn't cost you anything. If you check that out, and I'll explain to you how it works. Prince Arming for CPL training in Michigan. The next class is coming up. There are new classes being added all the time to Prince Arming, and you will learn from the best in a terrific setting. It's going to take you about 7 hours of classwork time. Some of his classes are all one day on like a Saturday, But the word on the street is he's opening up to a Monday, Wednesday, 4 hours each day, and then you're done. And then a Tuesday, Thursday, 4 hours each day, and then you're done. You get the appropriate certification to then go to your county and apply for your concealed pistol license. And the class costs you $125. If you want more information, just go to princearming.com or search Prince Arming on Facebook. Or call up Steve Prince yourself, 616-204-1705 for Prince Arming. Get licensed today so you can carry that pistol concealed. Bennett Flooring Installation. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, if you do it yourself, it's going to look like you did it yourself. Something's going to be jacked and funky and my God, then your wife's going to be pissed off at you. Bennett Flooring Installation. I suggest you do the heavy lifting in terms of ripping out the old stuff. You can manage that. Then you're going to save yourself a ton of money when they come to your house, do the estimate, measurement. That's free. Tell you how much it's going to cost to install the good stuff. And then off you go. That's it. They're just installing it. 616-318-0167. You want that to look as great as possible when the flooring goes in. I mean, if I did it, I have never once installed flooring in my life. So that will never happen, okay? I would never, ever do that because once the flooring is down and then if you screw it up, it looks like shit and it's stuck there to look like shit in perpetuity, okay? I can't change the motor in my car. I'm not going to try it. I've never done that. Don't do that with your flooring. Have the pros at Bennett Flooring Installation. Great local business in West Michigan. 616-318-0167 for Bennett Flooring Installation. Online at bennettflooringinstallation.com. Still taking, I'm going to be taking candidates for Asshole of the Day today. You can send those along. Any suggestions, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Emailer Tim, who's the worst. He got email of the day yesterday because no one else did. We got to keep it that way. So if you ever have anything you want to send along, do it because we can't ever default to Tim. He sends jokes in abundance. 1 out of every 100 is all right. He is at it again. All right, Tim, I'll bite. He says, I don't think people are giving you and your supporters enough credit. He writes, if that crackhead would have accused you of doing anything, I'm absolutely certain Captain Bizarro would make her disappear, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Tim, I am sick and tired of you thinking that Captain Bizarro is a serial killer. Just because his name is Captain Bizarro doesn't mean he's a serial killer. That is stupid. I'm sick and tired of seeing you sending emails about finding child skeletons under the concrete of the basement of Captain Bizarro's. That is ridiculous. You better knock that shit off. Don't send any more emails like that. What are you doing? Zane, he writes, on Monday's Patreon, you spoke about the childlike wonder and Captain, and as he writes, which is horrible, Captain Kid Snatcher's voice. I immediately pictured the captain saying, you guys want a beer bong another third beer? That picture made me chuckle until I realized he was bonging beers out of hollowed out kid skulls. Holy shit, Tim. What the fuck is wrong with you? So ridiculous. Word on the street is Patriot Nick is saving up gas money for his motorcycle to make the trip from Maine to Michigan. The plan is July. We can do a Zaniac party in July, a summertime Zaniac party weekend. I think that's a great idea. Let's narrow in on a date. People can come. We can do our own Patriot Shithead Super Spreader event. Okay? It'll be just like Sturgis. You assholes want to get coronavirus? Go ahead. I'll be wearing 4 masks with that big black porn star as the one on top. Fine. I'll be wearing the respirator with that mask on top of it. You and your super spreaders. Nominee for Asshole of the Day, Woke Hasbro, according to Joey. Send your nominees, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Or just wave on the live stream. All right. Okay, Deshaun Watson, quarterback for the Houston Texans. Jesus. This guy is just getting dragged through the mud. 6 more lawsuits against this guy, alleging sexual assault and inappropriate conduct. Now, again, I don't for the life of me think that this guy is innocent. I think absolutely this has to be. Now, proving that is another matter. If it's just word against word, I don't know if that's going to do anything. However, it will do something. I mean, if you have 13 women now coming out against you, that is going to hurt your standing and, sponsorships. If a team wants to sign you, they might be a little bit, oh boy, I don't know if we want them now. Nowadays, this is a very, very powerful thing if you accuse somebody of sexual assault, which is why I'm so glad I did not get accused yesterday. By the way, I'm getting out in front of that in case anything crazy happens. I'll just have the proof that I talked about it on the podcast. It's kind of freaking me out now. There's one attorney representing all these women. His name's Tony Busby. He's filed 13 lawsuits against Watson since last week. And the new ones are from March this month. This month, women are saying, yeah, this just happened. One lawsuit filed Monday says that Watson assaulted a massage therapist just this month by touching her with his penis and exposing himself. So is he just leaning over and banging it against her? Another of Monday's lawsuits is centered on 2 massage sessions, one in June 2020, one in August 2020. Watson is alleged to have harassed a woman by grabbing plaintiff's buttocks and vagina. Did the old Trump. Touching her with his penis and trying to force her to perform oral sex on him. My God. This is, do you remember, was it Kellen Winslow the second? He was he's going away for a long time for rape. This guy's not being accused of rape, but this is pretty bad. But this is a civil complaint. This isn't like a criminal investigation. This lawsuit alleges that the first massage was booked through a spa and the second through Instagram, where the woman says she did not realize that Watson was the returning client. Third lawsuit centers on a January 2021 session. So that's this guy's MO. He goes to all these massage therapists and just bounces his crank off people. Did the same thing in that one. The fourth lawsuit accuses him of harassing massage therapists and exposing himself to the woman in August 2020. My God. Watson says, wasn't me. Wasn't that a song by Shaggy? Isn't that the guy? Watson has denied wrongdoing. His attorney, Rusty Hardin, said Friday that the allegations against the quarterback are meritless. How? How can you possibly say that? What a horrible line of work. Being an attorney representing somebody who the entire world is saying that he touched them with his penis. Do you have a conversation at some point and say, all right, look, I'm going to lie for you. Okay. I'm going to say you didn't do this, but you got to tell me, did you actually bounce your crank off these people? Now I'm a lawyer. I'm for scum like you. So I'm very, very good at defending you, and I will defend you, but you got to let me know. Are you a piece of shit? At the time of his statement, Watson said he had not seen the first lawsuit. After Busby's announcement, though, the first lawsuit last Tuesday, Deshaun Watson responded on Twitter by saying that he rejected a baseless 6-figure settlement deal and that this is about clearing my name, and I look forward to doing that. Well, good luck, man. You got people coming out of the woodwork. That's the thing, man. You do this to enough people, and then they hear the news that, hey, everybody's making the rounds now and coming out against Deshaun. Well, I might as well join that party. This guy's worth a lot of money. I mean, there's no doubt that happens. And frankly, if I'm a woman and I had some guy bang his BBC on me, and I didn't want to before, when I hear that the floodgates are opening, yeah, you're damn right I'm going to step forward at that point because, I mean, let's be honest here. You want some redemption, and that's worth something, and that's okay. I have never had a problem with anyone who decided that they want to come out and say something, and I don't give a shit what their reasons are. It doesn't matter what their reasons are. If someone bounces their dick against me, okay, let's say one of you Zaniacs at Captain Bizarro's bounces your dick off me, and then I find out that you've bounced your dick off other people. I am going to sue you for your corncob pipe collection. Okay, so keep your dick away from me. Okay, I don't want to have to sue you, but if that comes to pass, you're damn right I want a pound of flesh. If you're going to give me dick, I want flesh. I want whatever it is that you have, and I'm going to sue you for it. So keep your dick to yourself. That is what I'm trying to tell you. That's, of course, suggesting that some of the Zaniac men are going to bounce their dicks off me. If you guys are plotting to bounce your dicks off me in Bizarro's basement, that's going to be a horrible thing. I don't want anything to do with your penises. Okay? Keep them away from me. All right. This baseball player is someone you've never heard of. He's a minor league baseball player for the Chicago Cubs. The police photo has, like when you get busted, where there's a big drug bust, the cops very meticulously stack the drugs in like a pyramid or a castle or a giant pile, and then they take a photograph of it to show the big bust, Well, this happened to this minor league baseball player. 25-year-old Camargo Corrales. He's in the Chicago Cubs minor league baseball system. In the photograph, you see this mountain of methamphetamine and oxycodone next to a Chicago Cubs logoed baseball bag. Oh, boy. So if you were in PR for the Cubs, you're like, oh, great. Our logo now is next to this gigantic pile of drugs. Dum Dum, this dude is apparently in with the, what is the name of that cartel? The Cyanola cartel. Is that what you say? I'll get to it in the story here. He's a drug mule. You ever see that movie with Clint Eastwood, The Mule? He's doing this. And he claims that, a friend of his said, yeah, man, you got to deliver this to someplace in Colorado, and I'll give you $500. And he's like, yeah, sure. He says, I never looked in the bag. Of course, that's what he's going to say. He's in deep shit. 21 pounds of meth. And I got to really commend the cops because the stacking job on these package things of meth is really substantial. 21 pounds of it and an additional 1.2 pounds of oxy in the duffel bag. If you're driving and you have that much drugs in you, you want to be 10 and 2 on the wheel. You don't want to be looking at your phone. I'm guessing he was, and then he weaved a little bit, okay? Cops saw that. It wasn't long before they pulled him over, and then that's it. Okay? He appeared in Eagle County Court late last week on charges including unlawful distribution of meth and oxy, both Class 1 drug felonies, as well as charges of unlawful possession of each drug, both Class 4 drug felonies. Man, this guy, he pitches in the Chicago Cubs organization. He's not in the majors, but still, he could be at some point, and now it's all gone. The Cubs, they're not talking. They're like, fuck this guy. He's a minor leaguer. Nobody gives a shit about him anyway. He was held on $75,000 bond by some judge. Eagle County confirmed he was still in custody as of Saturday. It's unclear if he has an attorney who can speak on his behalf. Stopped on Interstate 70 in a silver BMW Wednesday near Vail, Colorado. They saw him speeding and drifting lanes. Yeah, if you have all of those drugs in your car, you cannot be driving like an asshole. What is wrong with you? 2 other passengers in the car who were interviewed, but cops said that those guys were not aware of the drugs. Can you now? I don't. Maybe they were baseball players. Who knows? Can you imagine if they get pulled over? They have no idea what's going on, and all of a sudden they pull out Carmago Corrales' duffel bag and they see a mountain of meth. Holy shit! Carmago Corrales told cops he was going to Denver to teach a kids' baseball clinic and claimed there were no drugs because he said he goes, no, man, I follow the Cubs' anti-doping policy. I don't take drugs. And they go, yeah, look, seriously, we've got a dog here. And get this. This is the best part. Police said that a canine dog named Zane, and I'm not making that up, alerted authorities to the car's rear wheel well and the back seat. So they're like, hey, man, Zane here smells the fucking drugs, dickhead. He's like, oh, no, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Holy shit. So he ends up giving permission to the cops. They said we can do this one of 2 ways. You can not waste our time, give us the permission to search it, or we're going to go get a freaking, what do you call it, search warrant and search your car. How are we going to do this? Yeah, go ahead, search it. They find the bag. They found a white bag with cologne and $1,000 held by a rubber band. I guess that's how you do it. In the trunk, the Cubs duffel bag. But dude said, yeah, it's got my baseball gloves and my cleats in there. Well, it did. It also had the drugs marked CO for Colorado. Carmago Corrales agreed to be interviewed, claimed a friend. Oh, no. In Sinaloa, Mexico, which is what I was mentioning, the notorious Sinaloa cartel is based. Well, this guy's dead. This guy is so dead because it's indicating that he talked to the cops. Oh, fuck, is he dead? Even if he's in custody, he's dead. He said a friend in Sinaloa, Mexico, offered him $500 to deliver the duffel bag to Denver. Carmago Corrales, who is also from Sinaloa, said he thought the bag had contained shoes or clothing, but he also indicated he knew there were drugs inside. Oh, okay, I misspoke. Earlier I said he didn't know there were drugs inside. So he knew. Boy, this guy's dead meat. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to need you to turn on these guys. Shit. That's a mess. And now the story's out. So, you know, two dudes that are like Tuco's cousins are going to show up and try to kill this guy. Those 2 bald guys from Breaking Bad. Man, were they scary as hell. Man, if I saw those dudes in real life, I'd be like, holy fuck, I think you're the real dudes. Those 2 bald guys with the pointy cowboy boots in Breaking Bad. Fuck. Scary ass shit. That scares me, man. That's why I like, you ever think about what you would do if you found a bunch of drugs in your house after you moved into a new, if you bought a house, you moved in, and then in the attic, you find a bag of money or a bag of drugs. I'm like, fuck. Okay, we got to sell the house and just get out of here. That's what I would do. I would sell the house, move out. If I just moved in, I wouldn't touch anything. Okay? Now, if you're in the house with a bag of drugs and a bag of money, you know that somebody knows that is there. And they don't give a shit about you. They're going to come in and shoot you. So you got to get out of the house. You can't tell the police right away. You got to move out, and then you got to call like Crime Stoppers or do some type of tip, anonymous. But even then, I'd be scared to do that because, the fucking bad guys are going to look, who the hell narked? It could be this guy. Just to be sure, let's go kill him. So I don't know. I think I just move out and don't say shit, man. It scares the hell out of me. Raise your hand if you think I almost got accused of rape. I'll be doing the Patreon podcast a little bit later on today. I do that every single day, the Patreon bonus. If you want to check out the Patreon podcast, which is an extension of this one, sign up, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks to Tag Accounting, just a short amount of time left for you to take advantage of the services of the Tax Hobbit, 616-301-9516, or drop them an email, Troy at tagcpa.net. Okay? No matter where you are in the United States, reach out to Troy for tax time. H&R Block, forget it. Liberty Tax, nope. TurboTax, screw that. The point is, you give everything to Troy. Now you're going to have to gather up all your information and send it to him via his online portal. But then you're done, okay? He's got to do your taxes right. You're going to get the most for your return. Money well spent with Tag Accounting. 616-301-9516. All right. Cornhole America. Anywhere in the USA, you can order a set of cornhole boards. CornholeAmerica.com. This Eric Zane Show podcast, cornhole boards are there. They're incredibly well done. Quality, professional grade. These are the type of boards where when the bag hits it, if you throw it and it's just made with any old wood, plywood, or whatever, the bag's going to hit the freaking wood and it's going to stay there. You need some slide action. You need action on the board. That's what these boards are set up to do. Professional. Professionals play on boards made like this. The boards are made by pros, okay? That's what they do for a living. This all started in Cedar Springs, Michigan, because some guy, Jason Duflo, saw these made at somebody's house and said, hey, I think I can make those. And then word of mouth happened. More and more people asked him about the boards. Now he does this for a living. CornholeAmerica.com to order a set of cornhole boards. If you change your own oil or you need any type of lubrication or filters, JM Synthetics, call up Jason Mays, 616-747-0233. Order it from Jason over the phone. Pick out what you want at the website, jmsynthetics.com, and then call up Jason and say, hey, man, case of oil to go. He takes care of the rest. All the details when you call him at 616-747-0233. You can also find AMSOIL products of Jason's for sale at Ionia Outdoors. Okay, jmsynthetics.com. Proud sponsor also of Deer Meathead, 616-747-0233. Let's go to the screen sharing again. See what I'm talking about. Okay, hang on. Screen share. I wish it didn't take me so long. Okay. And click. All right. So here I am. See right here the number? 616-747-0233. That's Jason. What you do is you go to shop online. All right. Shop by product. Click on that deal. Boom. Look at that. Motor oil, engine lubricants. Who wouldn't want hydraulic oil, compressor oil, filters, steering, brake, and suspension fluid, antifreeze and coolant, cleaners and protectants, firearms lubricants, bar and chain oil. It's all here. Pick out what you want. Call this number and say, hey, man, this is what I want. And then he'll take care of the rest. See, Jason Mays, JM Synthetics, beautiful Saranac, Michigan, authorized dealer of AMSOIL products. Thank you so very much. Kenny with the Yuck Fest. Where's the KY? Oh, my God. You know, Tim is the worst one for jokes. If you really want that mantle, just keep it up. Kyler with the next to the tissues on your nightstand. Oh, no. Kenny had the blues yesterday. Isn't that right? Kenny is not afraid to tell you that he's got the blues. And so had I seen this, I would have called. But, and he posted it for the world to see on Facebook. So he must have been down in the dumps yesterday. Let's see here. Oh, man. Fuck. I didn't know you had the blues. If I wasn't busy almost being accused of rape, I would have called you yesterday, Kenny. Son of a bitch. These make me... you give me the blues when you indicate online that you got the blues, Kenny. Oh, sorry. God. Somebody take... One of you single Zaniac ladies, wouldn't you want to just nuzzle up to those titties. Seriously. He's got some beautiful man tits. You can play with them. You can hit them. Come on. He's a beautiful soul. Okay? We love Kenny. Email of the day is brought to you by Forever Lawn West Michigan. Online at foreverlawn.com/WMI. Synthetic grass for home, for work, residential, business, putting greens, bocce field, whatever it may be. Foreverlawn.com/WMI. Kenny says, oh, my God. Yeah, you posted it. It was a public thing. You posted for the world that you got the blues. 2 comments above you is Kenny. I'm sorry, Kenny, 2 posts above you. 1 post above you is Amanda, who is single. I mean, you guys, combined, you've got like a size double Z titty. The 2 of you could have a titty off. Nate, going for the jugular, says, when doesn't Kenny have the blues? Yeah, fucking come on, Nate. Terry says, I tried to hook him up with my sister. Nick, helping out, of course, writes, I'm here to help you. I'm here for you, Kenny. Parentheses, presses man boobs to glass.
I'll get your fucking skirt off and chug that fucking beer, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get this fucking show on the road, bud. Come on, guy.
If you'd read what I said, it'd be better than you insulting me. Now, that's why I'm not insulting you. I'm not. There's no way, Kenny, I would do that to you when you got the blues. Rick from TC wrote a titty off. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with myself. TYVM. I don't know what that stands for. I'm fine. I'm okay over here. I'm okay with my blues. I'm just fine. I'll be fine over here. It's going to be okay, though. I love you and you love me. That means thank you very much. I got you. Look, ow, my back. Oh, shit. Hey, Kenny, I'll do fucking shot a fireball and I'll sit on your fucking face, Jerry. Todd wants to have a wet t-shirt contest between Amanda and Kenny. All right. Yeah, for sure. All right. The email of the day. This is from Dennis. Dennis is writing in response to there was the gentleman who attacked me on Messenger about making fun of that stupid Polish bitch and her stupid restaurant, manipulating everybody for all the publicity. And Dennis reached out to me and called me a piece of shit and said, he actually said I gave he goes, get a new kidney. It's like, well, first of all, I don't need a new kidney. I got one. I don't need 2. He was like, oh yeah, you just did that for attention. It's like, oh, what the fuck? All right, so that happened. Dennis writes this. Hey, Zane, I love the show. Please keep doing what you're doing. And then he says, I'll make this quick. To the dickhead from Fenville, Michigan. You, sir, need to pull your head out of your ass. Zokhar Sarnarev is an American citizen. Do you stand up for him, patriot? That's a weird comparison. Dennis starts with, okay, that's the guy who blew up the Boston Marathon. Nobody likes what's going on in Michigan these days, least of all the small business owners. However, thousands of them, like it or not, play by the rules because that's what grown-ups do. What makes Marlena or Jimmy's COVID shack so much different that they are entitled to, quote, have it their way? The answer is nothing, plain and simple. Lastly, I likely dislike Gretchen more than you do, Dennis writes. But unlike you, I don't fantasize about her. So wrap yourself back up in your don't tread on me flag and fuck off. Signed, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Well done. I appreciate that. If you have an email, you can be emailed today, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I have the story about the NFK that I'm going to tell you right now. Just know that after that, I will run through my final three sponsors, and then I will do the asshole of the day. If you have any nominations, please send them along. I'll check out what you say, and then I'll basically look at what I've talked about today, and we'll decide. The asshole of the day brought to you by JM Synthetics and TC Paintball. By the way, I am still hanging on to probably the most dastardly of NFK stories. I must get approval from the Queen of the Forest. Now, she is not one to shy away from telling an NFK story on the podcast. But this one is so off the rails and bonkers that she explicitly said, you may not talk about this. So I'm hoping, and I want you to keep your fingers crossed with time, that I will either get up the balls to defy the order, or she will somehow allow me to tell this story. It has all of the markings of a classic NFK story. Probably the most profound marking is the level of gross here. And it seems like everything that is involving him and grossness, there's always a mystery of how could this have happened? How could this have taken place? So that's all I can tell you. It's massive. And I know that's blue balling you. Just know that I'm working on the Queen of the Forest. Over time, I'm hoping that story can come out. But I cannot defy the order. Okay, there's a lot at stake here. She would just kill me. Just can't have that. I like living. But one of the many aspects of the personality of the NFK that stand out, and by the way, we will see NFK 2024 t-shirts. That's all it's going to say. NFK 2024. And everybody's going, what the fuck is that? They're going to think it's something to do with the GOP or Trump. So he struggles with social norms, as the stories about every time I do something nice for him, if he's not yelling at me, he's going to kiss me nonstop with all these fucking, it smells of grizzly chewing tobacco, coffee, and fucking Hot Pockets. Okay. And tooth decay. Hey, what is that blend I smell? That's Hot Pockets, grizzly, chewing tobacco, Ham's beer, and Hot Pockets, and tooth decay. Oh, God. Stop kissing me. Enough kisses. If I'm sitting there at the kitchen table reading, he'll come stand 1 inch from my face and rub my back. Hey, how you doing today? You having a good day? Yeah, I'm good. Doing good. Just a little too close, a little too touchy. It's all just a little much. It's the close proximity that gets me too. And if you are a stranger visiting the house, you're immediately going to feel him standing next to you when the introduction takes place. It's like this far away. It's so ridiculous. It's like, and we haven't yet gotten to the point. It hasn't happened enough. It's happened very rarely because we haven't had that many opportunities. At some point, there's going to have to be a conversation. Says, I hate to tell you this, but you're physically too close to people. of all the times that we have to deal with this, I'm dealing with you and a pandemic where it's absolutely not okay to be very close to anyone at any one time. And here you are, as close as you possibly can be. What the fuck? Stop doing that. He just doesn't know. The other day at Meijer, it happened again, where there was a weird moment because he stands in the middle of the aisle looking for the food and has no awareness of where he is. And I don't know about you, but at Meijer, I'm always super aware of where I am, and I try not to be in anybody's way. In fact, I always feel like I'm in everyone's way, trying to get out of their way, and no one's trying to get out of my way. Okay, I'm just that type. He's always in everyone's way. And I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of the way. Move the cart over. Don't stand in the fucking middle and stare at the fucking frozen food. When you see someone coming, get out of the fucking way. Just fucking be aware. So someone says, excuse me. And this has happened before. I've told you about this. And then he's like, oh. And then he'll like put his hands out like after you. But he's annoyed when he does it. So he goes, after you. And he'll say it, and they're like, what did I just do? What just happened? He like shows the passive aggressive, but aggressive. Yeah, go ahead, walk through. Yeah, I'll just get out of the way. It's like, oh God, stop doing that. So bad. Diana and him go out for a bite to eat. And what they like to do is they go out to eat. I looked over my shoulder because I had a thought in my head that he's standing behind me. They like to go out to eat and play Keno. All right. And while they're out there, they'll order the food and then take it home. At one point, they haven't yet ordered the food. They want their waitress to come back. And like the hostess walks by, seating another group of people into their seats. And then the NFK says, excuse me, hey, I'm looking for our damn waitress. Could you send our damn waitress over there? Shit, fuck. Send her waitress over here. Shit, fuck, shit. And the hostess goes, yeah, okay, which one is it? Diana just cringes when he says, oh, it's the heavy set one. Oh, shit. And then the guy is a younger dude. He's like, okay. And the silence didn't say a word. He walks away. And then, oh, fuck. I hope to God he did not say anything to the waitress, because if that's the case, you know, she's going to spit in the food. That's what I'm talking about, those little things. And he has no idea that is a problem. No clue whatsoever that describing someone like that is a problem. Oh. And Diana's just like shaking her head. My God. I'm telling you, it's a cancellation is coming, because I'm going to be sitting there one time and it's going to be a black guy who's a waiter or something like that. And he's going to say the N-word or something like that. That's like, dude, if that happens, if I'm sitting at a table and if he says, hey, can you send our waiter over? Shit, fuck. And the guy host says, oh yeah, well, which one is it? And then if he says N-word, I'm getting up. I'm leaving as quick. I'm putting my hood over my head. I'm running out of there as quickly as possible. And I'm like, you guys got to get home on your own. I'm leaving, or I'll walk home. Here's the keys. Just get me out of here. I don't ever want to see you again. And he can't come into the house, because this is all going to come back to me. And not only will I be accused of rape from earlier, I'll be accused of all this shit. And somehow I'm the fault. And I'm the problem. Would TV8 News, Eric Zane said the N-word. Oh, just something terrible would happen. Fuck, man. Oh my God. Please just stop. We have to like deprogram him. We have to deprogram him and train him the appropriate way to handle human beings. My God. Okay. I've got t-shirts for sale. It's at ericzaneshow.com. Click merch. Get yourself one of the 7 different t-shirt designs that I have. Go and shop. If you get a t-shirt, you can get one of 27 colors on the t-shirts. It's really, really great. You can choose whichever one you want. I've got coffee mugs. I've got hoodies. I've got just about every fun merchandising article under the sun. Masks. You can wear masks, of course, with the logo. So thank you very much if you've purchased them in the past. I'm going to be full disclosure here, I think, because I found these things out as I've gone after I built the site. You are going to get bent over on the shipping. I guess that's how TeePublic does it, because the shirts are affordably priced. They're about the same as what you paid for the Jericho and Larry t-shirts, but I think those were $20 with shipping. These are $20 plus a ridiculous shipping charge. Not fair. I don't like it, but I have nothing to do with it. So it'll cost you like $25, $26 if you end up buying a t-shirt. So I apologize for that, but otherwise there's no other way to do it. Also, the stickers. You can get any one of the 7 designs, and people have purchased them, and then I found out through the grapevine that they're paper. Oh, shit. I did not know that. I'm bummed about it. So I wish they had vinyl stickers so they last forever. As it is, you're probably, after a period of time, going to have to peel it off, put the new one on so that it looks new, because they're going to fade, they're going to peel. Sometimes they last long. I don't know. The verdict isn't out about how long they actually last. If you let me know when you find that out over time. One day, Zane. These things suck shit. But yeah, otherwise, the coffee mugs look good. Kenny had one, showed up busted at his place. They replaced it for him. That's cool. I got my Dear Meathead mug. I think mugs are like $15 plus shipping, and all these different designs and colors. So, and the real benefit of the t-shirts is when I come up with a new design, like the one that says NFK 2024 that I'm going to work on. I can very quickly get it up there and put it on all of those pieces of merchandise. Somebody even bought a tapestry, which is like a cloth poster that you hang up on the wall, okay? Back in the day, we'd get tapestries like Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin or some shit. Something just popped into my head that I saw yesterday on YouTube. There is a YouTube show. I think it's just a YouTube show. I don't know. Maybe it's a regular TV show. But it was called, I think, On the Road with Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson from AC/DC. Yeah, that Brian Johnson, who also is known for his Hoover Upright commercial.
The new high-powered compact from Hoover. It's a beautiful mover. The new compact does more than beat. It also cleans, it also sweeps, and brushes right to the edge. Right to the edge. Changing a bag as easy as ABC. Yeah. The new high-powered compact from Hoover. It's a beautiful mover.
What a stupid concept. A rock song around a vacuum. He has a show called On the Road with Brian Johnson where he goes and hangs out with other classic rock stars, and they just look at their rich shit. Okay? So I'm watching one with Nick Mason from Pink Floyd. And Brian Johnson shows up at this place in wherever, someplace in England, middle of nowhere. And you see Nick Mason land in a helicopter. And he's got really expensive taste. And there's this giant barn full of classic cars. And there's this one really old Ferrari 250 GTO. Really old car. And they end up taking a ride in this thing. Now, I don't know shit about cars, but what I do know is is how to tell you facts when I hear them in a story that stand out to me. And this is what stood out to me about this car, because I don't give a shit about the car. But Nick Mason and Brian Johnson are taking a ride, ripping down the road in this old vintage Ferrari. It is a Ferrari, I think, or Lamborghini. I don't know. Something Italian, fast, and old. Doesn't matter. But Nick Mason bought that car in 1978 for like $37,000. Okay? Or, I'm sorry, 37,000 pounds. Then fast forward to 1987. The value of the car skyrockets. The band needed collateral to get the cash in advance to fund their 1987 Momentary Lapse of Reason tour, Pink Floyd, which turned out to be a huge tour. Okay. No Roger Waters, but still. It worked. They got they used the car as collateral, got the loan, funded the tour. Tour makes millions of dollars, pay that back, pay the what they borrowed back, and then that's it. The rest is history. He still has the car. The car, again, he bought it for 37,000 pounds. It's worth 40 million pounds now, which I think the pound is, I don't know how it lines up with the dollar. It might even be worth more than the dollar. I know it's about as much or more. But imagine that, $37,000, and now it's worth 40 million, or 37,000 pounds. Now it's worth 40 million pounds. Dollars to pounds. $1 equals 0.73 pounds. All right, so it's quite a bit less, actually, but still. 38,000 pounds, so 40 million pounds. My God, that's incredible. He's got all these cars. Incredible, man. This line of cars. Jesus. Okay, hey, thanks again to Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the Eric Zane Show podcast. Reach out to them, 616-516-8579. Stupid. 616-200. You know what? This is weird. 8,500. I, for some reason, have lost the frickin' number in my brain. It's gone. Jesus. 616-200-8550. That's a first. Let me start over. So if you're having any issues with your tech at your home, your computer, any of the software, call Blue Frost IT. They can take care of you on an hourly basis. It might be a solid-state hard drive that they need to install into your computer. If it's old, make that computer fast again. It could be for your work. Maybe you're moving the office. Maybe you're doing a redo or retrofitting it. You need some new wiring installed, new network drops, new plugs installed. They can do all of that at Blue Frost IT, project-based. Just reach out to them, and they will give you a complimentary consultation, 616-200-8550 for all of this. They are the number one managed IT service provider in all of West Michigan for anything tech-related, okay? And also sign up for a monthly service contract like I have with Blue Frost IT. If anything goes south, you have your service, your IT managed IT service provider ready to go to take care of any of your tech. Thank you, Blue Frost IT. Gunsmith on the show, 616-902-2447 for BK Guns and Stuff. Find them online on their Facebook page, BK Guns, the letter N, Stuff. Or just go to ericzaneshow.com, click on their logo, take you right to their Facebook page. You can get more information about contacting them. Anywhere in the USA, you can get your guns repaired, refurbished, customized, clean, firearms transfers, all there, BK Guns and Stuff. Thank you. And then, of course, the Kent County Health Department. More info, accesskent.com/health. They are awesome. COVID-related items and anything information-wise on COVID, you can find it at accesskent.com/health. Not to mention any COVID testing sites, everything COVID-related you need to know in Kent County Health Department, accesskent.com/health. I went into Walgreens yesterday. I got a tip from one of you. It said, hey, they're flush with vaccine in some of these stores. Just got to go in and do like some information or get some information about how to go about getting your vaccine. So I go walking up and I go, I don't know what's going on about the vaccine. All I know is that there was some mention about who's eligible. And then I hear from behind the counter, 65 and older, you don't look 65. I go, that isn't what I heard today. I heard today. And then the other girl goes, no, it's 50 and over now. Since when? Pharmacist is there rolling his eyes at the text. Since today. Oh, I didn't hear that one. Yeah, it's 50 and over. Are you 50? Yeah, I go, yeah, I'm actually 50. Oh, okay. We don't have any. I go, okay. All right. I just figured I'd come and check. Well, but we will have some. I go, okay, so what do you suggest? She goes, well, I'm going to put your name on a list. I go, okay. So she pulls out a piece of paper and it's like names handwritten on the list. There's like 3 names. I go, so you just like call out names? She goes, no. We do vaccine clinics with the old folks every Friday. We take it out to them. We go to the areas that have the old folks. And they all get vaccines. And then there's always vaccine left over. So then we start making phone calls. We got 5 hours once we crack that thing, get it out of the fridge. We got 5 hours for that thing to get in you. So then we just pick up the phone and start calling people. And they race over here. And then we throw it in your arm. I go, that's it? That's how you do it? She goes, yeah. I go, all right, that seems fucked, but okay, sign me up. Put my name on the list. We'll see Friday. She goes, once we call, you can't let it go to voicemail. You see a weird number, pick it up, get your ass in your, embellish your truck, and get down here. Okay, will do. Asshole of the day. Who is it going to be? Here's your nominees. Madison's dry socket. Could that be an asshole of the day? Nah, probably not. Emailer Tim for saying rude things about Bizarro. Yeah, I'd say that's a fair nominee. Fuck that guy. How about the lady who made me buy her Burger King? Could she be asshole of the day? I don't know, man. She's addicted to crack. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily want to throw the person addicted to crack under the bus in that way. I mean, seriously, that's a pretty serious thing to call somebody an asshole of the day. How about Monopoly? I think I'm going to end up voting for Monopoly. Dum Dum, who was looking at her phone when the foul ball hit. Could she be asshole of the day? Probably not. How about baseball for no nets? Baseball could be asshole of the day. Deshaun Watson, he could be asshole of the day. I guess. I guess it's a wait and see thing. Baseball drug mule, he could be asshole of the day. The NFK, for referring to the waitress as the heavy set one, he could earn asshole of the day honors. What do you think? All right, raise a virtual hand. Kenny says, how about Amanda? Now, Kenny, I don't know what happened. I don't know what could have taken place between you guys on the live stream. But I'm going to take it that you guys are fighting again. I got a vote for emailer Tim for dogging Bizarro. And I got also Hasbro for them capitalizing on this horse shit wokeness in order to change their game and drive up sales. Amanda says Tim. Kenny says Amanda. Asshole of the day, the BK lady who almost accused Zane of bad things. Crackhead, the crack lady, Jason says. Woke Hasbro, Jason says crack whore. Asshole of the day, crackhead girl. Wait a minute. No, 1 pound is 138. Am I getting that wrong now? I thought it said the U.S. dollar. Well, it says 1 United States dollar equals 0.73 pounds sterling. Oh, I see. What is 1 pound to 1 U.S. dollar? You're right, 1.38. No. It says convert British pound to U.S. dollar. 1 British pound is $1.38 U.S. I think that's what you said, but it made it seem like it was $1.30. It was a 1.38 pounds. Sorry. What are we going to do here? I think it's down to Tim, Hasbro, and the chick on crack. I don't know. I'll write it down and then I'll show you. I don't know. I'm torn. Yeah, I can't go soft. You got to go hard or go home. The winner of the TC Paintball JM Synthetics Asshole of the Day Award is Crack Whore. Crack Whore has won. Go big. Go home. Fuck you. I'll see you at jail. I am not going to go see her at jail. Had she been sober, I would have considered it. But I think it needs the crack lady. There you go. I see multi-talented Jerry, very sweet lady who I know, said it should also be the crack lady. She might have been trying to fucking, get your old pal Eric Zane in trouble. Hey, no podcast today. Why? I'm in jail. Kenny says, I hope she somehow sees this. Yeah, that'd be a rock bottom moment. If that doesn't make you quit it. Joey says, garbage choice. He wanted Monopoly or Hasbro. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hasbro, I mean, it is stupid. Honorable mention, I'll give you that. Jesse says, I've got a crack lady as a neighbor, Zane. Consider yourself lucky. Bullet dodge. Do you guys think I should go see her in jail? I don't think I'm going to do that. Had she been sober, I would. But she's not even sober. I can't. You know what? I'm dealing in the land of the living here, not the land of the dead. Fuck that shit. I'm out. I got my own problems to worry about. No way. No fucking way. All right. Folks, I'll be back on Patreon a little bit later on. In fact, coming up in 24 minutes, I am doing Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia with Throat Slash Dale taking on Bobby Green. Talk to you then, folks. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.